unbelievable. It's pouring. It's gonna rain. I love this state. All right, we got a quick update. I'm gonna have to do it quick because it's raining. Here's the ranch hand, the bumper. If you guys want to watch a video, go to ranchhand.com and watch their videos on survivors. People who have hit things like 800-pound steer and mule deer. Is that the big one? I think that's the big one. And they lived. And of course, normal deer and cows and bulls. So I bought this bumper. I paid $1,300, I think, for it. And it's, you know, big old 4-inch tube bumper. It's amazing. 350 pounds, I think it was. 1,300 bucks. So I was going to buy a rear one. And I sat on it for a little bit. And then about 3 weeks after I had this on, I said, well, I'm going to order the ranch hand bumper for the rear. Unfortunately, they don't make it for this truck. This is a 2016, 15, 16, 17, and yeah, those are the 3 years that are all the same. So they don't make one for this truck. So I talked to CJ at thebumperstore.com, and I told her what I had, and I told her what I wanted. I wanted a rear pipe bumper. Oh, I think it's soaked out here. And there ain't a freaking cloud in the sky. Where the heck is this rain coming from? Ah, I got one cloud over me and it's killing me. So anyway, I talked to CJ up there at the bumper store 6 months ago when I bought this. And I said, find me a rear bumper. I want it. I want tube. I want 4-inch tube. And make sure it fits this truck, and I want good quality, nothing crap in it. It's got to be made in America. So she instantly emails me like 4 bumpers, and then I got busy. And man, did I get busy. So I finally ordered the bumper Monday, and it showed up today. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a very negative video, but at the end, there's a lot of positives. So I know. Just deal with the negativity. I don't like it. If you got negativity, you're not coming on my boat. I will. You got a girl, and you're off the boat. Goodbye. I just don't put up with it. So just deal with it. I can tell you about my experience with this, and it's not a good one. So let's get forward, and I'll show you what I ordered for the rear of the truck. So like before we get to that, on this particular truck, my buddy is a, what do you want to call him? He owns a store where they do lift kits and tires and amp research and the side, what those things called, running boards. He customizes trucks, so he's been doing it his whole life. And he's really, really good at it. You've seen him help me put the ball joints in on the Dodge. He's an amazing guy. Come over here and help me for free. So he helped me with the front one, and I got that one done. And I ordered the rear. He had it delivered and signed for it for me because I was out of town. But we'll get to that in a minute. He told me that I have to take the bed off this truck to remove the rear bumper. That front bumper was 4 bolts, boom, 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 and it was done. So I put a cap on this truck, and that's a heavy cap. So we got to get all of that off this truck to get that rear bumper off. That's going to be fun. So let's move forward to the bumper that I ordered from the Bumper Superstore. Is that what it's called? Or Bumpers? I think it's called the Bumper Superstore or Bumper Store, bumperstore.com. I'll put a link in the bottom. But CJ was an amazing salesperson. She is on fire. She's tenacious too. So CJ is emailing me every 2 weeks. Hey, you ready for that order? Because I told her what I wanted. And every 2 weeks I get an email. Come on, let's order. You know, very nice, polite, professional. Doing her job. And I'd be in the Keys, I'd be up north, I'd be fishing, I'd be hunting, I'd be doing something. And then I decided to sell a house and paint another one of my houses, and then, you know, get a boat, and you ever have way too many frying pans in the fire? Well, that was me. So she sent me an email the other day, come on, let's get this done. And I said, yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. Let's just order it and get it to the house. And then, you know, after I trip over it 15 times, I'll get pissed off and I'll put it on the truck. That's how I work. So, hey, there's my Corona. I was wondering where that went. So I ordered the bumper Monday. The trucking company calls me. I'm sorry, I ordered it Wednesday of last week. Trucking company calls me Monday and says, we got the bumper here, local. We got to deliver it semi. You know, the last time, who was it? Averett dropped it off. The guy was amazing. On a pallet, drop gate, brought it right to the house. Well, they shipped it Roadrunner. And as far as I'm concerned, Roadrunner can go out of business and it wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings. So if you are of any type of a high up person in Roadrunner, you need to fix a lot of your issues. Unbelievable, terrible service. Worst I've ever dealt with. So let's get into what happened. I got to move the truck to show you this nightmare. Alright, so I'm out on the job, and I got some heavy equipment, and we're doing some work, and my buddy calls me up and says, hey, your bumper just showed up. And he goes, you're not going to believe this, the box is trashed. He says, it's not stapled, their staples are all busted on the top and bottom. This is how it came. I didn't do nothing. This is how this box showed up. Unfreaking believable. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. He says, do you want me to sign for it or what? I says, well, what's the bumper look like? He's like, oh, there's a tear in the box. Here's a tear. He goes, you might have a little rub on the bumper. Some paint might be rubbed off of it. You might have to touch it up a little bit. I'm like, all right, you know, it's a bumper. Don't worry about it. You know, we'll hit it with some black paint. I don't care. I want to put this bumper on the truck this weekend because I got 6 guys to come over and help me, who all took the weekend off to come over and help me with this. So I come back, get to the shop. This thing is sitting here like this, and I'm like, oh, jeez, this is going to be a nightmare. So let's start tearing into it. So we get the bumper. Here's the bumper. Look at this beauty. Okay, this is done by American Built. CJ recommended it. She says she sells a lot of them. This is a beautiful bumper. It is amazing. Unbelievable. It's solid. I think it weighs in at 120 pounds. For just that is amazing. So no damage, and the reason it had no damage because it was wrapped in this. So it was all wrapped up in this cardboard. It's got this little protective cushion. Yeah, the bumper is absolutely unbelievably amazing. This thing is really stout. No issues with the bumper. None that I have found yet. So the bumper turned out okay. So we take the bumper out and we open it up, and then I'm looking and I'm like, where's the checklist? Oh, I forgot to tell you. When the guy opened it up, he says, hey, there's no brackets in here. The truck driver says, oh, they don't send brackets with bumpers. He's like, dude, I've been doing these for 10 years, thousands of them. There's always brackets. So the brackets fell out of the box. So I have no brackets to mount this to the truck. Nice, right? It gets worse. Check this out. Hang on. So this is inside the bumper box. How this managed to make it and the brackets didn't, I'll never know. But what do we have in here? We have, well, here's all your mounting hardware and, you know, the sensor hole plugs and the lights. And so it's not opened. So as long as that guy who packed that did his job right, we're good. And then I got the 2 lights. You got 2 rear lights that go, you know, down there. And then I got an open package. No idea what that going to. 2 rubber grommets. One's kind of beat up. Obviously it has its butt kicked. And then I had 2 sets of wires. And we'll talk about those later. But check this out. You see that? Well, let's look at this. What the hell? Why did you give me 2 different lights? This is an incandescent bulb. Well, I'm looking at possibly an 1157, very common, frosted. This is very thin, and this is LED. So the guy who packed this gave me 1 of each. Now what kind of moron packs 1 of each? Is this the last one in the run and they switched to this? We'll throw this in the garbage. If you gave me 2 of these, I'd have been no different. But you gave me 1 of these, and now I'm like, well, I want 1 of those LED lights for the other side. Because I don't want to put that piece of crap in there. So I call up CJ, and I'm like, CJ, I'm pissed. And I'm not going to take it out on you because I'm not that type of a person, and I know it's not your fault. Takes all my information, says I'm going to send it over to my guy that handles returns, refunds, missed packages, whatever. So Cody calls me back in about 10 minutes. He's like, hey, what happened? And I tell him the same story. He's like, oh my God. I said, you know, he's like, send pictures. So I send pictures of all this over to Cody. He calls up his vendor. He says, I'm in good with her. I says, Cody, I got a problem, man. I says, it's Wednesday, and I got 6 guys coming over on Saturday to put this bumper on because they got to lift the bed off the truck. And I got the weekend off, which is rare. So I'm screwed if these brackets don't come in. I need them overnighted. Period. I don't give a crap about the light. Send me the light snail mail. I'll put the light in later, but I need them brackets by Friday. You need to overnight them. Calls him back 20 minutes later, says, I got everything all taken care of. I called the girl over there. She's overnighting the brackets tonight. You should have them tomorrow. And a new light. Hopefully it's an LED light, or I'll make another phone call. But hey, it is what it is. I think they're smart enough. So the new brackets are coming. Here's my issue. How many of you guys order stuff online and you've watched my videos and it's always like, you got to be kidding me. Really? Seriously, who did this? So leave a comment down how often you guys get stuff where you're like standing there going, oh my God, I can't believe it. my buddy, he ordered 2 sets of amp researches for an H1 Hummer, and he goes, it looks like they drove over the boxes. The brackets were broken on the what are those things called? Help me. Why can't I remember? The side steps. And he calls up, oh, it wasn't Amp, it was another company. And they said, well, it's $500 for each bracket times 4, and then you're probably going to need 2 new motors, and they're $200 a piece. He goes, well, so why wouldn't I just order a whole new steps for $1,100? And they're like, well, that's your problem. I'm like, no. So he sent all of it back, and then he ordered amp researches, and he's got them on the Hummer, and they are a whole lot nicer. A little bit more money, but he didn't have to deal with the crap. So we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully I get my brackets tomorrow. If I get them Friday, I still don't care. If they come Saturday morning, I don't care. But they got to be here by Saturday morning. And the light, whatever. That's chicken crap. I'll worry about that later. So there's my bumper. It's going on the truck this weekend. And then I got oh man, I got all kinds of stuff ordered. I've had these sitting here for going on about a month. These are the fender flares for the truck. And the reason they're not on the truck right now is because I'm going to go ahead and put a 6.5, 7-inch lift kit on the truck and put some big old tires and some rims. And I figured, well, I'm going to let the guy go ahead and do all that work. Because, you know, what's going to happen is he's going to hit one and break one, or something's going to happen. So I'll put them on after the lift kit. So I got those coming. Those were about $500. Got them from Auto Anything. That was, you know, I buy a lot from those guys. They're awesome. Alright, I don't know if I said it enough, but I'm going to make sure I say it, because sometimes I just forget to say things on my videos. CJ, you are an amazing salesperson, and Cody, you are an amazing fix-it person. Bumper Superstore, you need to give both them people a raise. Give them some type of combination. Give them something. I mean, they were freaking amazing. They took this customer that was like, oh my God, and they've made my day. And like I said, if everything shows up great, Cody's a superstar. We'll worry about him later, but CJ's an awesome salesperson. She's amazing. Roadrunner Trucking, you guys suck. That's all I'm going to say. You suck. You suck. It's not the truck driver. It's not the guy that loaded it, but somebody in Roadrunner, you suck. Just totally unacceptable. Why would you do that? American Bumper. What I want to tell you guys is that when I ordered the ranch hand, the brackets came zip tied to where they went with these big monster zip ties. So they spent maybe 12 cents on 2 zip ties, and my brackets were secured on my bumper. If they'd have done that, they would have never fallen out. So that's just, you know, a little sales thing right there. But American built bumpers, just check into that. You might want to take it up a little notch. Your build quality is amazing. The bumper's absolutely quality made. It's absolutely affordable. Nothing else bad to say about it. But I want to make sure that, you know, CJ and Cody got some really good recognition, and thumbs up. Give them a raise. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. And wait till you guys see my Volant air filter one. Oh my God, Volant, what? Volant, seriously, what did you do? So that's coming up. I just got that in the truck, so that's coming. Stay tuned, guys. I do all this for you. Really, I do. I don't have to videotape this. I don't need it, but I do it for you guys. You're awesome. You guys are the best. You rock. I'd invite y'all out in a boat, but it's only a 30-footer and I can't fit y'all. Have a great day.